Hey everybody, welcome back to Wicked Good Sports. This is the Way West Stand. We're joined, as always, by Rhett Conway. Rhett, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Brian. How are you doing?
Doing quite well. So, last time we talked, we previewed the Crystal Palace match. How'd that go?
Hard for it to have gone better. That was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, so 4-1. What really stood out to you about this match?
Just the way that we held the ball very early on, kind of like we learned from that whole Bournemouth mistake, and you kind of saw it against Fulham too. But people have been talking about Fulham not being as good. I know Crystal Palace is also having issues, but just our ability to create goals, our ability to hold the ball, I think it almost it feels inevitable now. Not that we're going to win the title, but Arsenal playing Crystal Palace at home, it almost feels like an inevitability that Arsenal is going to win, which is a place that we haven't been a lot in the past. There was a wonderful scene from behind our goal. It was Ramsdale as Martinelli was making his run for the first goal in the 28th minute, and he moves his body and kicks with his left foot the exact same time that Martinelli does to score the goal. And it's just everyone knows where everyone's supposed to be. Everyone's clicking on all cylinders. It's this wonderful kind of just, it feels good. At no point was I worried about it.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, for the one, that'd be surprising to be worried about that, but it is nice to be able to trust your team. And now they have, first of all, 69 points. Nice.
Very
We gotta
nice.
we gotta address that. But yeah, they are 8 points up on second place Manchester City. Can you believe it? Like
No,
this is crazy.
no, it's still, I can't. Of all the stuff going on in my life, I think this might be the most unbelievable at this point. 8 points clear, and it'll be April 1 before that has any possibility of changing. It's magical. I posted on the Albany Gooners Instagram, which, by the way, big news, we finally went official.
Let's
So
go.
love that.
Follow it.
Love that. But I posted it's the only thing that can possibly capture how I feel about it. But it's the Aziz Ansari meme from Parks and Rec, where it's like it's beautiful. I've stared at it for 5 hours now.
Yeah.
I can't. Here we are, and at one point, it's like I've been looking at it for months. Of course we are. But on the other hand, it's so beautiful. And the big thing is the goal difference. I can't get over the goal difference. Mm-hmm. We're within 2 of Man City. No one's been that close in a long time.
Right.
And Man United has 6. It goes 40, 42, 6. Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it.
So it's really developing into a 2-team race at this point. I mean, Manchester United has 50 points. They're ways behind.
They're 19 points behind, and granted, they have 2 games in hand, but assuming they win both those games, they're still 13 points behind. Again, anything can happen. I am not saying that this title is in hand, but I don't think if we lose it to a team from Manchester, it will not be United.
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, I guess what's the biggest thing you're looking forward to with this team now, going forward? Is there anything you're worried about? Just bring me through. What are your thoughts as a fan at this point?
So Tomiyasu's out for the rest of the season. He picked up, and I'm not 100% sure what it's a knee ligament injury. I don't know exactly what it is. I've had a very busy day, and the news broke today. We're recording this on Tuesday. But I watched him go down, and both Drew and I at the beer garden looked at each other and like, that's a knee. That's not good. That's not so. It's going to be a knee ligament injury of some kind. He's done for the rest of the season. That's going to be a miss because that's defensive depth. However, for the first time in a long, long time, I don't know who our best 11 is because Trossard is playing so well up front, and now we have Jesus coming back. And it's good problems up top, and we don't even have to share these guys. There's no more FA Cup. There's no more Europa League. By the way, Yes, we skipped right over that. It's a heartbreaker, but we're
Yeah,
all
yeah,
about the
yeah.
prem now, baby. Um, we have 10 more matches. I get to watch Arsenal 10 more times before this season's over, and we have this depth. If Party goes down, it's not great. I'd rather have Party over Jorginho, but Jorginho's there. If Shaka goes down, ESR is healthy. If we lose Gabby again for some reason, Gabriel Jesus, I know I can't just say Gabby. There's 3 Gabbies on the team. If we lose Gabriel Jesus, I have Trossard or Saka or Martinelli. At this point, Nicotea is going to be coming back soon. And the depth is there in a lot of ways, and that makes me very excited.
Yeah, and I guess so. You said you have 10. We have 10 games left in this season. What point are you gonna get like a little bit like, all right, we can clinch it? How many games till then?
I will not. I mean, there's a couple different ways. People have been doing a ton of breakdowns. If you look at the math and you look at everyone has played everyone else at least once at this point. At this point in the season, that's just the way it is. If you look at the math, if everyone stays exactly the same as they were coming into this, if everyone keeps the same form against the same teams, Arsenal is supposed to finish with 94 points. City's supposed to finish with 89, 90. So now the math is on our side, all right, which is a weird place to be. But again, math is math, and that's why we play the game. But then you look at it, Arsenal has nothing to do with play Prem matches. City has FA Cup. City has Champions League. City has Premier League, of which they're chasing. So now you have pressure on them. And then the other thing, the big thing for me that I can't believe that we're in this position is City have their so our team is City. City always gets us no matter what. It used to be City and Liverpool, but we got Liverpool. City always gets us. City has to face Liverpool after an international break, which, by the way, Erling Haaland came back injured from. He's already been injured in camp for the Norwegian team. And they have to play Liverpool at 7:30. It's a 12:30 start for them in the morning after the international break. If they drop points there, if they lose there, and then Arsenal follow up with a smashing of Leeds to go, at that point, it would be 11 points clear, then I'll say, okay, I think we are actually going to do this. If that doesn't happen, then I'm not going to think, okay, we can clinch, we can do this until it's mathematically done.
Right.
But you're a Dolphins fan, so I know you know exactly how that is. I know that's a little bit rambling, but anyone who's an Arsenal fan right now, that's what's going on in your head. Mm-hmm. Like the constant, like, 2 guys on your shoulder, we're going to do it, we're going to do it. No, we're not. We're the Arsenal. Like, it's crazy. I just can't believe we're here.
Oh man, it's been fun to be my first season as a fan.
Yeah, you got spoiled. If you're not a fan of the Premier League after this, I don't know what to do to help you. Every team has something major to play for on every single day.
Yeah, you guys are certainly going to talk about it more on Sneashins. Go check out the podcast, first link in the description. But it's so weird how the league is literally split in the middle, where like the top 11 teams, they're in no real danger, right? And then 12 through 20 are all realistically in danger to be relegated.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's really a league of 3 parts. You have the 2 teams at the top, then you have 3 to 11, which at this point in the season, I mean, Aston Villa is closer to 4th than Manchester United are to Arsenal. So 11th is closer to 4th. Then 3rd is closest to 1st. And they're trying to say they're still in the title race. So that's how close 11 to 4 is. And then 12 to 20th. There are double the amount of points between 1st and 2nd than there are from 12th to 20th. And we're still in the middle of a title race where no one's willing to call it. That is just how close everything is. It's insane. Crazy. People keep asking, who do you think is going to go down? I have no idea. Look at all those teams. There are like 9 teams that could go down. How could I possibly know which one of them is going to screw up? If one team goes on a 3-game winning streak at this point in the season, they practically guarantee themselves staying up.
Right.
That's not unheard of for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
So for more in-depth talk on that, check out Swinging at Shins, as I said, top link in the description. Where,
we have a new bit this week. We have a new session, a new segment.
Okay. What's the segment?
It's going to be Faces in New Places. It's going to be where Aaron is going to pick a team, and he's going to pick a player that he thinks is what that team needs.
Okay. I like that.
He has not told me anything yet. We're trying to get genuine reactions, but that's what it's going to be. So we're excited about that. Hopefully it takes off. Hopefully it's not too much work for him, because it sounds like a decent amount of work, but he also does Football Manager all the time. So
it's
fun.
This
is fun.
This is like,
I was doing this anyway.
What he wants to talk about anyways. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was playing Football Manager the other day, and
oh man, that's hilarious. So yeah, go check that out. Rhett, anything else about Arsenal that you wanted to touch on that we didn't get to yet?
Yeah, actually, we are super excited that the Arsenal is going to be playing the MLS All-Stars on July 19th in DC. Ooh. So we are putting a group together from Albany. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of supporter groups there. Obviously, the DC Armory, shout out to that group. They're going to be there. It's in their backyard, but I'm sure I'm going to see a bunch of Arsenal people there. So that's going to be exciting.
Yeah, that's really exciting. I love that. I hope, we always talk about how we want the game to grow in the U.S. And I think the best way to do it is to have these Premier League teams come over to do like matches like this to kind of I think the MLS has talent and,
they do, and they're getting better, but no, you got to capitalize on it. At that point, please, nobody shoot me. At that point, I'm not 100% when the Women's World Cup starts, but I know that happens this summer as well. So it's going to be a big soccer. It's going to be a big soccer summer. Women's World Cup, arguably better than Men's World Cup because the USA wins it all the time. That helps an awful lot.
And we'll cover that there. I'm sure Jenny will come back to give her thoughts on the World Cup. That's going to be very exciting. We just had a World Cup.
That'll be great.
Another World Cup.
World Cup.
Love it.
Back to back.
We have the World Baseball Classic right now that I'm keeping.
Right now, I'm literally watching it over there. Mookie Betts was safe on that play, but Japan's up 3-1. Oh, yeah, he's safe.
Yeah.
Gotta trust my eyes.
So, very fun. We get Shohei and
Mike Trout.
Mike Trout in some, I don't want to say meaning, like not that meaning. The regular season is meaningless.
Los Angeles Angels games were meaningless. It's okay to say.
All right.
It's okay to say. I don't understand. You had the 2 best baseball players in their generation. Shohei may be the greatest baseball player of all time, and I do not say that lightly. And they're meaningless games. Don't understand it, but it's okay.
Yeah. So
if you want more hot takes like that, I'm going to do Around the Diamond a lot more in the summer. So come around for that.
So other than that, Rhett, anything you want to promote? Just let the people know.
Swinging at Shins, we are still doing that. There is a slight ticking time bomb called My Pregnant Wife, so we may be taking a couple weeks off of that. But Swinging at Shins, you can find me here once a week, like clockwork, because I love talking about the Arsenal, although I just say once a week. We're going to skip next week. It's international break. We don't have anything going on. But I'm here on the Way West Stand. Aaron, who is my compatriot to Swinging at Shins, does the Villa on here. Chris does the Boston Bruins. If you're not on the Boston Bruins train, you better be, because, man, they are going places. Yes, and then Around the Diamond. And then on top of that, if you're a nerd, we still are recording our D&D show. So keep on the lookout for that.
Jenny's going away with family for like a week, and I think this will be the time where I start tracking it, figuring out where stuff fits, and hopefully we'll get it out. And then I think season 2 will live stream, so I'm not, like
big moves.
Oh yeah, so look
season 2 live stream would be fun.
Yeah, I think it would.
It's also easier. A lot less editing. It's easier. It's less editing. It's live. It's done. That's how most people do it anyway. I don't blame you at all.
I wanted to have at least one season of highly edited, like perfect in my mind, and then use that to like promote the live streams.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. To everyone listening who's going to be interested in that, do not expect a consistent schedule. But if you're going to be listening to a D&D, consistency doesn't happen. So
you get the full D&D experience with it. But yes, other than that, follow us on all social media, Wicked Good Sports, except for Twitter, which is Wicked Good Sport. And then where Wicked Good Everything, Better Radio. If you somehow have not grown tired of hearing my voice at this point, I have like 3 other concurrent podcasts happening right now, so go check out Better Radio for that. And other than that, Rhett, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you too. By the way, Mookie Betts was called safe on the challenge, so I'm right. The umpire's wrong. He was standing right there. I don't know what's wrong with him.
No, but oh man, thank you everyone for listening, and we will see you in the next one.
See ya.